Good morning. Good morning out there. Let's make sure our audio is not terrible and that things are properly noisy or they are. Anyway, good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Resales. Monday again. So I'm broadcasting again. My name's Ryan. I get stuff from yard sales, garage sales, thrift stores, and various other places to try and make a few extra bucks online. This weekend wasn't bad. Had I think 7 sales, and so which is okay weekend for me. Not the greatest, but I'm not complaining because I think this past 30 days have been one of the best. Have been one of the best stretches I've had in a while. I've had 3 $200 plus sales. There was one in particular I posted a quick stream about was some weird kaolin or pigmentation books that sold for $400. I sold an old calculator for 200. I had one other really good sale for over $100 at least. So it's been a really good stretch these past 30 days, and this weekend was pretty good too. So we're gonna jump into that, and then if I got anything worth talking about, which I got a couple books maybe, we'll see. So what's on the bottom end? $11. Sliding shorts. These are baseball sliding shorts. There's a bunch of new old stock that showed up at my last chance Goodwill last week, a couple weeks ago. I actually still don't have them all listed, but I listed a bunch of them, and it looks like I'm gonna. We'll see what happens when baseball and softball season roll around, as to how many get out the door. I've sold a handful so far. Picked them up 50 cents a piece. These things sell between 10 and $15 a pair, which is easy money all day long. That's like a minimum $2 to $3 profit per pair, and I think I'll probably wind up moving a whole bunch of them. So that's going to be pretty good. I've got 2 like big Rubbermaid bin fulls of these things, so I think those will come out pretty good. Next up, this was a quick hit. Well, is this one next one? Next. Okay. This one I thought was one of the more expensive ones. It wasn't. But this is Children of Hurin by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is one of the things like I think his son Christopher took, edited down from a lot of like raw manuscripts and made into a book. It's sort of closer related probably to the Silmarillion than it is Lord of the Rings. And this went for $14. But there's a good portion of sort of these 80s and 90s hardcovers that had limited production runs that Christopher Tolkien did of his dad's stuff. And some of them can sell I've sold a handful for like $50, $60 books. So that was a good find. Next, $12 for these two. Posted a big handful of Star Wars books in lots the other day, but this is actually one you may want to keep an eye out for if you can get them for like 50 cents a piece. Star Wars Republic Commando books. These are about $5 a book, which means you can lot them up. This actually went for $12 for these 2 books, which means it's not worth selling them by themselves. But if you can pick them up for $1 or less off of at a thrift store or something like that, and there was more than one of them, they're worth grabbing. Next, let's see, 13, 18, 35, 40. Okay, shirt. This is a brand to keep an eye out for. I think this is actually the second one I've sold. Pure Barre is the sort of a women's workout brand. This is an expensive brand. This is $18 shirt. $18 tank top. And this is a pickup for $1 or maybe even less than that at the Last Chance Goodwill. And this, like I said, this isn't the last. I go through the tank tops looking for very specific athletic brands. Every now and then I grab one, and it can be a 10, 15, $20 hit for something that 4 or 6 ounces shipping. So we're thinking about particular if you got a place where you can get them for $1 or less. Next, see, it's 25. Okay, this stack, and this is time to do this stuff. This is a stack of Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and Silmarillion. Five of the major Tolkien works, $25. This is a mixed set of paperbacks, generally good condition. And I may put together another mixed set. I think I got a Hobbit over there, and I think I can put together another mixed set, maybe without the Silmarillion in it, and do like $20. But now's the time of year to do that. I consistently sell even mixed sets of Lord of the Rings. So if I find any of them in good condition, I grab it because, and I'll keep a stash of them. And several times a year, I get all 3 Lord of the Rings books, or I get all 3 Lord of the Rings books and The Hobbit, and I can throw them on. And $5, $4 to $5 a book, almost minimum on those things when you lot them up. And not finally, box of from my action figure haul. This is the Ghostbusters, like Monsters lot, and these are 6 figures I got, and sold these for $35. This is from the action figure lot haul I got last month, I guess, and that's paid off very well for me. It was a $200 purchase. I probably made my money back within 2 weeks, and so everything else is gravy at this point off of that lot. Finally, here's a firearms military style stuff. If you can find the higher quality things, you've got money made. This is SOE brand, sort of a gun belt, 42-inch, and this went for $40. I might have been able to squeeze 50 out of this, but I wanted it. The quick sale was too attractive, and like new ones are going for 60, which tells you how much like a used one is you can move for. So it's a good brand of belt. Always eyeball your military looking stuff. There's several brands out there. I got like a 511 bag the other day, and a couple other brands that are sort of military spec brands, or real close to it, that are worth grabbing. Sometimes guys like them for work pants or just wearing. I don't wear mil spec stuff. I'll wear the 80s BDUs, 80s and 90s BDUs as pants in the yard. But I'm not one to dress up as a tactical because I don't want to present that image. But that's stuff. Let's see, a handful of books, right quick. Zerk Bible commentaries, and this is a neat title. This is the Boswell Hardiman discussion on instrumental music in the worship. So look at that. This is probably a $30-$40 book, maybe. And the commentaries, $20 books, $20-$30 books together for a couple of them. I just thought it was an intriguing title. That is, I think, Church of Christ stuff. If you know your denominations of certain churches that don't always use instruments in worship, and it was a controversy at one point. So that's for us Christian history and theology nerds. Any dang way. That is it. Like I said, I got a couple listed last week. A couple stacks of Star Wars books been sitting around a little too long. But we got work to do. You got work to do. And I'll see you on the other side of Thanksgiving, and we will see how well we do. I don't have any listings to go out to get up. I won't be listing stuff for a few days. So I'm kind of curious as to see what I will wind up with. Now I got to do my eBay settings for time away. Make sure you do that if you're heading out for wherever you're going to get your time away settings right. So you don't get dinged on shipping, because I can't afford to get dinged on shipping. Because small sellers, it gets real tight sometimes. So y'all be good. Like, comment, subscribe. Go watch my shorts. I've got a couple of fun shorts off that siren I got the other day. That was the other big sale. Dude paid me. Dude in Puerto Rico bought that siren for $300, and he was like begging for it. I wanted to sell it locally for $200 on Facebook Marketplace, and a dude from Puerto Rico like texted me and said, "Will you ship it? I am begging," like was begging for the thing. And I said, "You pay me $300 for the trouble, and I will ship it to you." And he paid me $300, and I was like, "Okay." So that was $10, $300 on Facebook Marketplace with UPS shipping, which is I kept all that money. Which is nice that you don't have to, when you can pull something off like that and not have to pay the eBay fees, because selling it on I probably could have gotten $300 for it on eBay, but I would have walked away with around 200, give or take, because of fees. So now that I'm complaining about eBay fees, it's the nature of the beast. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you next time.